Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video review I want to talk about Tron. Since a lot of viewers are very much interested in Tron, and we haven't done a video update on Tron in almost a week now. So Tron, we have been following Tron for almost this whole month, and Tron was this darling of cryptocurrency, especially getting into the new year. We had a huge spike up to 30 cents, and then a drop to 20 cents, 12 cents, 10 cents, 7 cents, and then almost 3 cents. Alright, so I just wanted to give you what's going on, what I'm seeing in Tron, and what we need to see in order to have a breakout out of this channel right now we're sitting in. So if you look at the graph right now, we are in this down channel that I have pointed out in previous videos as well, which is the top trend line resistance and the bottom trend line support. We are getting above that trend line support which we broke yesterday. So we're trying to get it above that right now, and trying to make sure we need to make sure actually that we close today above that trend line in order to have the second leg up and hopefully break that 10-day moving average. So in intermediate, couple of things that we need to look out for is, first of all, we need to break that, stay above the trend line, the support trend line. Second, the intermediate resistance that's coming out as a 10-day moving average, we need to make sure we are above that, we cross that, and there's upper trend line that is right around the corner. So this is the daily view. Let me open up the hourly. So if this is the 4 hours, the data is coming from Binance Exchange. Okay, so this one, as I said, we broke that channel yesterday, and there was some big buying came in with overall market turned bullish, and people started pumping back into Tron again. Alright, but we are still not out of the woods. Okay, I want to repeat that, we are still not out of the woods. What we need to get out of is this upper trend line resistance and 10-day moving average on the daily chart. Okay, so right now we are still in that woods that is keep on pushing it on this downward trend or channel, and we need to get out of that quite soon. All right, the only thing I wanted to also cover right now in Tron is the headline. So if you see the Tron Foundation, I also monitor the Tron Twitter and their social media page and all whatnot. So recently they hire a technical expert from Baidu, and now Baidu is a Google of China. All right, just like Google, they have the search engine called Baidu in China, which is heavily utilized by Chinese consumers. So Baidu is a very big company in China, and so they recently hired one of the technical personnel from Baidu. So that's good. That's a good news. It's not, they're growing their team, so that is all good sign. This is a new project. You have to understand there are a lot of this new projects, this startups. There are a lot of you need. It needs a lot of momentum to get out of that speculation zone, to make sure they become profitable projects, and they become sustainable projects. And you need smart people, you need technical people who can have a good vision and who are driven, who can take the project to the next level. You really need that, especially in the startups. I have been a part of startups, so I know exactly what are the struggles of startups that people can face. And startup sounds very exciting and very rewarding to a lot of the retail investors, but honestly startups can be very hit or miss. Startups, the success ratio in startups are not very high unless you have a good team. just because you're throwing money at startups, just because you have good funding on startup doesn't mean anything. Just because you have good white paper, you have good concept, it only goes up to the to the team behind that, team behind the startup. So they need to make sure they're bringing people who are like driven, people who are technical enough to like think it through, and who can deliver on the white paper. So I see this sign right now. They're constantly trying to grow. So I think they're going in the right direction. I'm optimistic on Tron, and I'm really thinking that especially during like the spring and summer, you will see a nice momentum in Tron, because there is a lot of following on social media. So I'm sure they will get funding as well. Funding shouldn't be an issue for Tron, especially if there is enough following for Tron. Now what they have to do is they have to structure their team in a way that they can really deliver and get the people who can deliver the project, the white paper. All right, so that's what they really need to do. Other person this is Tron Foundation. You can also follow Justin Sun. He is the founder of Tron. He's pretty active on social media, which is a good sign. This is all, this social media, whether, as I've said it plenty of time, whether you like it, hate it, you gotta get on it. This next generation that is coming out in the marketplace, they are social media experts. So, and that's how you communicate with them. That's how you stay in touch with them. It's not that typical 90s strategy where you have to, go on the TV or do some interviews, and people are staying more active on social media nowadays, especially the startup projects, they have to. So all of those are good sign in my opinion. All right, so all in all, I think Tron, they also, I recently saw a pair of TRX and dollar from the Bittrex exchange. So if you look at the Tron versus US dollar, it got hit pretty hard. Again, the data started coming out from January 24th. We are in that constant downtrend and trying to make that uptrend. Now what we need to see is higher high. So we are coming to that resistance point of about 5 cents. So we need to make sure that we are breaking that resistance of 5 cents with a higher volume. So I'm going to mark it down here for you. That first intermediate resistance that we actually tested yesterday or this morning is around 5 cents. Okay, and for intermediate, that's going to be resistant. For second leg, we will see about I think this is hold on. There's a lot of trading that happened between 5 cents and 6 cents. So keep that junction in or area in mind, because a lot of there was tried to be some base around that 5-6 cents level, but it did not work out quite well. So keep eye on that. That 6 cents is going to be another next level of resistance in Tron. So that's for intermediate. This is the 4-hour chart. Let's look at the daily. So in daily, we had this drop all the way. So we had how many? Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so out of 10 days, we have only 2 positive days. So which tells me that I think in coming days there is a better risk to reward in Tron if the overall market improves. I really think so. There is a good risk to reward in Tron, and especially I see all this risk, all this legs, so people are buying in, coming into the market. They're not just sitting on it. So they are at that point they're coming in and pushing the price action higher. So all in all, I think Tron, it's one of those speculated projects that can give you a huge return on your investment. All right, but again, as I always mention, that you always want to diversify your portfolio. Don't keep all your eggs in one basket. Don't be one of those guys who are throwing all their money in Tron. People get burned like that. I have seen it time and time again. So please don't be one of those guys. This is still a very this project is at very speculative stage right now. So they are growing their team, which are all good signs. But still, you don't want to invest just on speculation. So you want to have the X amount of your portfolio in this kind of projects, right? Maybe it really depends on individual. Maybe your risk level is low, so you can only want to put 5% of it. Maybe you have higher risk level, you want to put 20% of your portfolio in this. So that's what I'm trying to say is, like, don't go all in. Try to like analyze your portfolio, your situation, see what makes sense for you, and go from there. All right, so that's pretty much a wrap on Tron. Let me know what you think about Tron. Have you heard anything on Tron that might be useful to the Tron community? Please post it in the comments. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. I post content every day. If you think you learned something today, please give me a thumbs up. That really means a lot to me. I really read all those comments that you guys are posting. Some of the comments are really great because I'm also learning from those comments, and I'm looking at those things from those comments. Like, a lot of the coins that you suggest, I sometimes ignore them, and then I come and see those coins and look at those chart, and they're like, wow, this is about to pop out, or this is about to break out. So I bring that back to the community and make those videos on that. So stay active, and I will do a quick another video soon. All right, thank you.